So your dad Leo, he's basically sold up from the farm. He comes.
No, didn't sell the farm.
Didn't sell the farm.
Just walked off it, left it. They owned it.
So what did he do? What happened to that farm?
Well, they eventually sold it in a year or two before the Korean War.
1948.
48,
49.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
He and Uncle Ben owned it.
Yeah.
But because they were both, well, there was nothing there because it's been left for the whole war years.
Mm.
And I think I can remember him telling me that he got £8 an acre for it when they sold it. It wasn't a big farm.
Yeah. How big a farm was it?
I would never clue.
Right.
But it wasn't big, you know.
Okay.
So they were a lot poorer than the Murphys.
Right.
Extremely lot poorer than the Murphys. Right.
But he got some money for it at that time. He got some money for it at that time. But he's back in. He started a new life. He's brought Johanna to Mount Road. Yeah.
Well, that stage they'd had two and one on the way.
2 on 1 on the way. You and Leo.
Yeah.
Margaret is on the way, and they're basically come to this new the billiard hall, cutting hair. This world there in Mount Road. So here's a question: is that well, the first thing is that what we notice about Leo, your dad, he seems to be like a bit of an entrepreneur.
Oh, he was. Otherwise he wouldn't have survived.
Yeah. There's this.
I mean, to come from a farm,
Yeah.
to come down here, and how, I don't even know
Yeah.
how he bought a billiard hall
Right.
with everything else. I mean,
Well, the other day.
the thing is that they might have bought, the billiard hall was really secondary. He bought the property which had a residential in it, which I told you about,
Yeah.
and it had a barber shop. And then beside that was a chemist, which was the bloke Barbie,
Yeah.
who owned the properties, he owned that,
Yeah.
right? So, only reason I could think he bought it was that to cut hairs.
Now, the other day, I've written here that he borrowed £200 from brother Jack,
That's right.
who's a copper in Bendigo,
Yep,
and
that was a deposit
that's the deposit for the barber shop and the billiard
for the
hall.
whole property.
And I've written here £2,400
Yeah, it was.
he borrows, right? He goes to school for 6 months to learn how to cut hair. The Korean War starts, and Johanna by this time has 5 kids. John, Leo, Margaret, Kathleen, Maureen.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's a bit of an entrepreneur. This is the point. Now, the name Arthur Caldwell, does that ring a bell at all?
Yeah, of course it does.
Right. Okay. And Janine mentioned this. Arthur Caldwell. Was he a Prime Minister or what? I don't know. Was he?
No, Arthur Caldwell,
Yeah.
it's well known, people can look up some of the documents around.
Yeah.
But he was the local member
Yeah.
in the federal parliament for us, and he lived 4 streets down.
Right.
He used to come up to get his hair cut by the old man.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And he went to St Joe's also.
Right. Okay.
That's just a cover. And also, he was a very, very strict Catholic.
Right.
And they all went to St Brendan's Church.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
So was Pop a National man, or was he a Labor man?
What?
So just in terms of his politics.
No, he was originally a Labor man, like all the
Yeah.
people from the bush.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when they split, he went to DLP.
Yeah. So even though he was an entrepreneur,
That's when
When the
after
capitalists-
4 times, I'm put, because I can't talk to you, Leo, you know. They're hopeless, so that's what they were like.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's right, what happened. So he didn't come up to get his hair cut and all that again. He didn't go to Mass at St Brendan's any longer because the priest there at the time was the Raja. I can't remember.
The Raja.
Yeah, we call him the Raja. But he was the priest there. He was a chaplain on the ships during the war. So you know, and he was like, and he was of Irish descent. You know. Yeah.
So, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
he's
after they would give his religion away, he wouldn't go to St Brendan's again.
Yeah.
He used to go to St Francis in the city all the time. Wouldn't come near us. Yeah.
Interesting. So your dad's with the DLP.
Yeah.
Now, when you're there, he's basically got a billiard hall. He cuts hair. He's a barber, but he's also an SP bookie,
Yep.
right? And you're about 9 years of age, right? And the word cocky, I asked Janine the other day what a cocky was. I said, what's a cocky? You're a cocky.
Oh. Well, that was but that was that at that point. They had bookies, 3 bookies down the back of the pub because the lane ran past us and down past Prince of Wales.
Yeah.
And there was 3 SP bookies in those days. They weren't. They had betting sheets up on the post like it's the thing that used to be at the races.
Yeah.
You go down there.
So you go down the back of the lane.
Yeah.
And
that's
there's
a bet, yeah.
have a bet.
Yeah.
And that's illegal, isn't it? That was illegal, wasn't it?
Yeah, but was, yeah. But I never sort of pursued to, because I don't know why it was illegal.
So as a cocky, what was your job? Janine's saying you're about 9 years old, and what's a cocky do?
Well, I just stood on the end of the lane. If I seen a police car, run down and say, "Yeah, the cops are in." That was my job. Nothing else. Yeah.
Now, as you're going along, you know, it's about, 52, 53, 54, you're at school, and you're doing accounting and maths.
Yeah.
What's your recollection of what you wanted to do, what you ended up doing? Did you want to do accounting and maths? Did you want to do building? Because you're a well-renowned sort of, builder.
No, I had nothing in mind. I just had to go to school, so I went to school and I was doing accounting, so I was good at maths. And,
Right.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a problem with that?
No.
Didn't have a problem with that? And was there any sort of aspirational stuff where, Pop said you should do this or you should do that? Because we've already established that he's a bit of an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
By his own nature.
Oh no, he just made me have to go to school.
Okay. And so you had no bones about,
Whereas
doing...
Leo, he let Leo become his apprentice in the hairdresser salon.
Ah,
Yeah.
right. Is that how that worked?
Yeah.
Ah,
Alright?
okay. Well, that's interesting.
because
I never made that connection before.
No, well see, I was top on the classes at school, so
Yeah.
it makes me the juniors,
Yeah. So you're doing well, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good with numbers.
That's before I went to St Joe's and that, I was top of the classes at St Brendan's. In fact, I jumped a year once.
Right.
I went from 3 to 5. I didn't have to do grade 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got academic intelligence at that point. It's recognised. Now, in that period of time as well at school, from a sporting point of view, looking at the records, you're also pretty good at athletics, running.
Oh yeah, I was very good at running. Yeah.
Right. Okay. What's your recollection of that? You know, like,
Well, like we used to have to run that. Well, it was only in the school sports.
yeah.
I never got beaten.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you quit.
But being typical, I didn't follow up. You know, Mum used to get into me about it. You know, go out and let's try and go because she had, I believe, I think it was a cousin. He ran third in the store gift.
Right.
You know,
You used to have a
that's
cousin,
going
or-
way back, you know.
Right. Okay.
And she said, "Oh, you can be as good as your uncle ever was, you know."
Yeah.
So she was pushing me, but I've got to go out and do training. I'm doing everything else but.